Hello, this is the Holland Informer, and today I'm talking about mobile new masks from CFX for 2021. One of the new masks is called Fungi, and as the name suggests, it has to do with fungus. So it has to do with all the plant organisms and different things like that. So it's a mix of a whole bunch of different microorganisms. So it's a mix of toadstools with a classic red and white toadstool, and they got the creepy devil's finger. And then there's a part of the mask that looks like a brain, but that's actually based off of a fungus called the leafy brain fungus. So that really gives a cool effect right there. I think this mask is cool and it would work really well in your greenhouse area, or if you pair this with a ghillie suit, it would make the character almost invisible in the scene, especially if you have some props of some toadstools and you have a whole bunch of moss everywhere and plants, and if you really go with that theme and if you have some good smell-o-vision in there of like the musky smell of plants and the soil and everything, and you got some fog that really set the tone, the ambiance for it, have a good soundtrack to it, have some like frogs croaking and things like that, really get that good theme and ambiance, and you don't know what's going to happen, and your customers are walking through, and then this character all of a sudden pops out. That'll be a great startle scare. And the actor could hide in a large pot, so it look like they are a giant plant coming alive, or you could just have them hidden amongst moss. So it could work either way. An element that stands out to me on this mask is definitely the spine made of mushrooms. I think that's interesting. I haven't seen that before. I like that creativity, and they definitely had a lot of fun making this mask. Lots of different features on there, and that brain looks really awesome, that leafy brain fungus there. That is a great effect. If you add some like maggots on there, that would look really nasty, and you could add all kinds of different paint schemes for this. Here's another one of the new masks from CFX, the Revenant. I really like the detail on this one. The scaling is great, and this would work perfectly for demon characters. And you could have this as a monster as well. You could have him in catacombs. You could have him in a dungeon. This could be an icon character. This could be for actors that roam around in your midway. This could be used in lots of areas. This also could be used as a dragon if you want to. You could put this in a dragon lair. If you have an area already with dragon animatronics, this would go well with it. This is definitely a versatile mask that would work in lots of areas. And this is just one paint scheme. There's also other paint schemes for it. They have another one called the Yellow Jacket that looks very different than this one. This is the rock variant. And you can see all that detail on there, all the little scales they have sculpted on there, and that snarled nose, and all those mangled teeth and everything. I really like all that detail, and you can definitely tell that would look really awesome in a haunt if you put some really good lighting in there. And this also could work as a gargoyle in your haunt. Just add some moss to this character, to the mask, get the extra moss option for the mask. They can add that on for you, or you could keep it the way it is right now, as it is the rock version right here, and you could have it with a couple prop gargoyles, and that could be a startle scare, the statue kind of scare, and the actor would come alive and scare your customers. So there's lots of different areas you could have this with, and you could have a wall of dragon animatronics, and they are all over the place, and you're distracted by that. The customers are distracted by that, and they don't know what to look at, and then this dragon character could come at them. So, like I said, this is a versatile mask that can be used in lots of areas. For all you people out there that are scared of creepy crawlies, this will definitely scare you, especially if you encounter it in a haunted attraction. This is the new sculpt from CFX called the Huntsman. Lots of detail on this. The mandibles look awesome. Can't wait to see the movement video of this mask and see how that looks. I bet it's going to be really creepy and really mess with you. And you can see where the eye holes are right there, under those eyes, above the mandibles. So you'll be able to see out of this mask and still have the detail of the different eyes right there. This mask has a nice profile. You can see that right here. And you can see all those little detail they put on there, all the ridges, and you can see how rough some of the skin looks there. So I'm really interested to see this. Something that would make this mask look even more like a spider is if you got custom hair punching on the mask to make it look like it was fuzzy, so that'd be cool. I would really like to see a variant of that mask with some hair on it, just to see how that would look. And I'm looking forward to see all the different paint variants they have of it. They most likely will have a Black Widow variant of it. And you can get all kinds of custom paint schemes as you'd like. You can have it be as whimsical as you like, or more realistic. So you could do all kinds of things with it. Obviously, this mask would work really well in an area of your haunted attraction where you're basing it around arachnophobia, the fear of spiders, really mess with people, have a good soundtrack of spiders walking around, and you could have this in a spider cave or a greenhouse. Either would work, and it'd be nice if you had some texturing on the walls of spiders. So if your people walk through a dark area and there's kind of like a dark maze, when they touch the wall, they would feel the texturing and they'd think it'd be a spider, or they have to go over an area where they have to crawl. You could have prop spiders on the ground, and all of that would add to the experience. You can make a custom costume that would go with this mask. It would pair nicely with it, that had multiple legs on it, and that would really add to the effect of it being a spider. This would be one of the more memorable characters for your haunted attraction because the mask is so detailed. If you have that good costume with it, and you have it in the right environment, set up with the creepy soundtrack, and just all the elements and the textures you can put on the walls and on the ground, and everything just culminating together, just getting you ready for a scare. And you could have props of oversized spiders from Nevermore Productions on the walls, and you could have little ones and big ones. You could have all kinds of variations. You could have victims in cocoons hanging from the ceiling where it looks like they're covered in spiders and cobwebs. You could even make a giant spider web, and you could have multiple prop bodies in there that are already cocooned into it. So you could have all kinds of fun with this character and definitely freak people out. That was the Haunted Informer. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get a notification every single time I put up a new video. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And I am on social media. I am on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can find all those links in the description below. And as always, happy hauntings.